evening, everyone. I just want to discuss for a few minutes why our church decline, decay, or die. Let's review. One of the reasons is tradition. People are just dedicated to the way things have been done in the past, allowing no new ideas, no growth in the church. Another is to fail to commit themselves to the growth and the development of the church. You know, someone said you only get out as much as you put in. If you want a growing, thriving church, you must put a lot of work and effort in there. If I recall, Paul wrote about that we should continue doing good regardless of whatever we are confronted with. And I believe Jesus Christ said that it's a daily thing. We have to have faith in him. And we got to work continuously in order to grow his house. Another reason, there is no commission. Jesus gave us the Great Commission in order to go out and make more disciples for Jesus Christ. Sometimes we put social programs, business agendas, or political agendas in front of the growth of the church. It's about spreading the good news of salvation. The scripture tells us that the church will grow if we tell others about Jesus Christ. The whole part or summation of being a Christian is bringing other people to the love of Jesus Christ. Another reason churches decline, we find ourselves being territorial. If we're used to a position in the church, for instance, as an usher, then we want to keep that position. We fail to realize that we may be able to grow in our own talents, that we can be used in other places. We can't be territorial. The example most people use is when a visitor comes, they sit in one seat. Member comes in and say, "This is my seat." The visitor moves after she apologizes or he apologizes, sits in another seat and told again, "This is my seat," by a different family. Visitor moves one more time after apologizing, takes another seat. A member comes in and say, "This is my seat." The visitor is frustrated and leaves. We can't be territorial with what belongs to God. Remember, this is God's church. This is his house, not ours. Another reason churches died, they fail to have a connection with the community. That's why many churches develop feeding programs, sewing classes, Bible study. Any particular group or meeting where Jesus is the central focus helps in the growth of the church. Churches die because they become financially selfish. When there's a fire, someone loses their home in the neighborhood. They make no financial commitment or any kind of commitment to people that aren't members of that church. Remember, everyone is God's child, whether they're actually on the membership roll or not. Inside the church, people develop preferences. They form what we describe as cliques. They don't associate with other people or members of the church. That stifles the growth of the church and it stifles the growth of the individuals. People tend to grow and learn when they interact with each other. I think I discussed recently the dislike of the pastor. Many people fail to understand that the pastor is a human being just like themselves. And we all have faults. Usually after a few years, the church member see the faults of the pastor, or the pastor see the faults of the church members, and they fall out of love. You know, one must stay unified in order for the church to grow. It's just like an automobile. We may need to fine-tune sometime. One of the chief reasons the church fails to grow and starts to decline, we forget that Jesus said that his house is a house of prayer. Sometimes we're focused on too many different things in the church. We have our own agendas. Cliques have their own agendas. But prayer should be essential for every person in the church. Churches die because there is no vision. Generally, the pastor sets a vision for the church. And unless the church as a whole is unified and buy into their vision, there's confusion and the church will not grow. Basically, we become vain and selfish in our conversations, in our goals, in our service. Many times we find people will only come in and serve in the committee or the program that they're involved in. In order for a church to be successful, everyone must be committed not only to the regular service, not only to Sunday school, not only to Bible study, but to every program in the church, whether it's Christmas, Mother's Day, or Easter. Every church program, the church members should support. If they're not able to support by their presence, then they should support by their service. If they're unable to support by their presence or their service, then they should support the church financially. In order for a church to grow, sometimes we need to do some introspection, not just for the whole body, but as individuals. We need to see what roles that we should be playing in the church. We need to see whether or not we are loyal to the leadership of the pastor. We need to make a determination whether we are willing to be humble, to be unselfish, willing to be kind, and willing to love everyone in the church. We can't be vindictive, and we cannot be selfish. The scripture tells us that we need to continue doing good. That's what Jesus did. He did good and good and good. God bless you. God keep you.